Hello. Oh, shoot. I can hear myself. Okay, now I can't. Hello, people. Welcome back to another episode of ThirdEyeCyphs. I'm your host, Natalia, and look at this, guys. We're making it happen. I actually only have that button just because I spent like an hour trying to find sounds to actually put in this soundboard. This is actually the only sound that I wanted, but I didn't really find any sounds. I mean, if you guys want to send me sound samples, that's fine. I will review them, but I'm like picky about them. I'm not picky. Oh man, you know what, there was another sound I had and I didn't add it to it. Oh well, anyways, I just wanted to show you that because what the heck, guys, it's 2021. Look at this. We're freaking moving on up in life. And yeah, I'm happy. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. Happy freaking New Year to you guys, by the way. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna love this. A few things first off. My cat Haku was awake before me. So then when I woke up, she got really excited that I was awake, and she started like running everywhere and like screaming and like super excited because she just wants to play. But she's kind of calm right now. I don't know if she's gonna do that again, but if you hear like things getting destroyed in the background or like random screeching and crying, that's absolutely her. Another thing is I have my love here, so if you hear him sleeping, that is also him sleeping. I reviewed an episode once that he was here, and then you could hear him sleeping in the background, and it was cute. But that's another thing. And then then the third thing is we're in the freaking new year, and this is gonna be a cool episode. Unlike the other ones are not cool at all. Don't listen to the rest of the podcast. No, I'm just joking. So oh man, I feel like I'm talking to myself about this instead of you guys, but I have a bunch planned for the freaking podcast this year. As you can see, we're getting the soundboard ready. I tried, oh my gosh, man. If you don't know, I feel like I'm on like winter break from my job, but it's only a week, and 2 weekends, so I feel like that's a winter break. But anyways, I've been off from work, so I spent a whole entire day playing with the program that I usually use to record this podcast on, and I was trying to make a theme song. I have to learn the program more. I used to know it so much more when I first bought it in 2016 because I was really trying to produce music at the time. So I knew it better then, so I don't know it too well now, but yeah, I gotta relearn it, and then maybe we'll have a theme song at some point this year. Or if any of you make music, please feel free to make me a theme song. Make me a theme song and send it in to worldofnatalia@aol.com. So we're getting places, guys. And then another thing, I'm doing like a different audio. Tell me how this audio sounds, guys. Well, I'll play it back too, but tell me if you like this audio better or my usual audio. I did like some podcast template, and then it puts like compressors on the voice, and it does all this stuff. So I don't know if it's gonna sound any different. It didn't really sound too different to me, but a little bit. So I don't know. We'll hear the playback and see how it sounds. But anyways, guys, it is 2021. How are you guys doing? How was your holiday? How do you? Oh my gosh! How do you? This year, 2020 that just passed, that was crazy. Let's just disregard that. Let's not like disregard it. Like, we understand that it happened, and all of the stuff that happened during 2020. Oh my gosh. But wow, there's like I'm so sorry. There's like a huge. Okay, so. There was a podcast episode that I did maybe not last week, but like 2 weeks ago, and there was like a giant spider like right in front of my face, but he was sleeping, and I didn't notice it until like in the middle of like I'm talking. I just look next to me and I see this huge spider, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. But that's like the spider. I named him Ganesha Rocky, or Rocky Ganesha or something. Oh wait, the end thing is coming up. I hope this doesn't end. Don't end. Okay, it didn't end. Sorry. So anyways, I was like, what the heck, there's a big spider here. But then now, like, he's not there anymore, but I think his web is there, and it's super big, but like dusty. Ew. But it's like right there. I didn't even notice it until right now. I haven't sat at this desk for like a week. Anyways, I don't even, oh my gosh, this is why I get distracted by spiders. Come on, guys. Anyways, not disregard 2020, but understand that it happened. And we're moving on up. We're moving on up to 2021. And this is the freaking future, guys. I've been saying this since 2020 because it is the future. But we've been going through so much. You see what the heck happened in 2020? And then at the end of the year that we just passed, we had the... what was it? It wasn't a solar eclipse, was it? I think it was a lunar eclipse. And then we had the Great Conjunction. And then we had the winter solstice. Well, we're in the winter now, but that was the winter solstice. And then we just entered the age of Aquarius. This is the major mass ascension of humanity. It absolutely is, and we're gonna dive deep into that because I did a card reading, guys. I did a card reading for the year, and it's great. It's a great pull to represent 2021. So without further ado, let's jump right into this episode. So, I'm not going to talk about the cards right now because I want to talk about you guys. How are you guys doing? How are you doing? You know what? We should, dang it. Okay, my phone is charging right now, so I can't do it. Oh, actually, maybe I could write it down. Yeah, let's write it down, guys. Come on, get a pen and paper. No, I'm joking. You don't have to. If you want to, though, please get a freaking pen and paper. We're going to make our self-care list because we always talk about having a physical list, but do we actually make a physical list? Who knows? I also noticed I talk too close to the mic, so I'm trying to talk further from the mic. And then my voice is also compressed, so it looks like I'm talking lower than I actually am. So I'm wondering if I actually am talking lower, especially if I talk away from the mic. Like, is it too loud if I do this, or is it regular when I do this? Who knows? It sounds like I have like ADHD or something. What's the difference between ADD and ADHD? I think one's like you have attention hyper... Okay, I don't have my phone. Attention hyper deficit disorder. I think that's what that is. And then ADD is... what, attention deficit disorder? I don't know. Maybe. I'd look it up. I honestly would look it up right now, but I'm like covered with... Oh, look, Haku's sleeping. Okay, so you might not hear her make noise. I only have my laptop here and my phone's charging, so... Okay, anyways. So the self-care list. Self-care, I'll write it. Self-care. Number 1, you guys already know, water. Are you drinking 8-ounce glasses a day? 8-ounce glasses. That is the recommended portion of water per person per day. But actually, I read something that says it depends on like your BMI, like your body mass index or whatever. Like how heavy you are, how tall you are, depending on how much water you drink depends on that. So that's something I heard, but I heard the recommended, if you want to look that up, then you can. Like, how much water should I drink if I am 120 pounds or 130 pounds, 160 pounds, 250 pounds? Like, I feel like if you're heavier set like that, like 250 pounds or just like maybe, I feel like maybe even just over like 160 or 150, not even. But I feel like the heavier you get, the more water you should be drinking. But honestly, I don't know. Like, I have no scientific evidence to back that up whatsoever. I'm not a health expert or anything. So maybe, I mean, I would assume so, just because, like, we're supposed to drink a lot of water since our body's made up of mostly water. So if you have a bigger body, I feel like you're made up of more water. So you need more water. I don't know. That's like Natalia logic. But Natalia logic is not really logic at all. So, okay, so we have water. Water. Healthy food. What should I put for healthy food? Should we just say healthy food? I think we should just say healthy food. Healthy food. Now, what do I consider healthy food? Organic, absolutely. Organic. Are you purchasing organic? Organic's pretty expensive. If you guys like shop on a budget like me, if you don't know, if you live in California, I don't know where else they have these places, because when I lived in New York, Sprouts, there's no Sprouts in New York that I know of. I've never seen one. My first time seeing a Sprouts was when I came out here. Sprouts is like Trader Joe's. They do have that in New York. So Trader Joe's is like cheap organic stuff. Cheap organic stuff. I meant to say Trader Joe's and I said cheap organic stuff again. So Trader Joe's, Sprouts, 365. I heard they were closing those down, but they seem to still be open. I've only come across maybe 2 since I've moved to California. 365 is kind of like a cheaper, it's like a Whole Foods brand, but like a cheaper Whole Foods brand. So it's like from Whole Foods, but it's like their brand stuff. So you know how you go to a supermarket and they have like okay, pasta, for example, pasta from like all these different companies and brands, and then they have like the store brand. It's basically Whole Foods store brand of stuff, but they also do have a lot of other company stuff there too, like cheaper stuff. So I really like 365. That's a good place too. I don't know, let me think about New York. New York has like, I don't know about honestly, like I feel like nothing's cheap in New York, but I don't think they, honestly, I don't know if there's like cheap organic stuff. The only thing I knew was Trader Joe's. I knew Trader Joe's was a cheaper Whole Foods. That's what I always thought of it to be. Whole Foods is pretty expensive, but if you have Amazon Prime, you can get a lot of discounts. I have Amazon Prime, so I get a lot of discounts. And then also just watch the discounts. Like if you have the app on your phone, like you can, what I would do is like if there's so when I lived downtown, there was a Ralph's, which is like a regular supermarket, and then there was a Whole Foods. So I would go to both of them, and I would create my list, and then I'd have both the apps on my phone, and then while I'm in Whole Foods, I'll be on my phone looking at the Ralph's app to compare like the prices to see if like it's cheaper at Ralph's, and then I'd be like, okay, I won't buy it here. So that's also a good method of buying cheap organic stuff. I feel like I was just telling you how to live your life just now. Not how to live your life. I'm giving you guys advice, okay? What is this whole episode? I mean, this whole podcast, me telling you how to live your life? No, don't listen to me ever. Get inspired by things that I say, or like, yeah, get inspired. Like, want to learn more about certain things that I talk about, and then, or like, kind of like, go off of that. Don't just take my word for anything and be like, oh, I'll live my life like her. Like, don't live your life like me. Live your life like you. Okay, healthy food, organic, vegetables, greens. Dark greens are the healthiest greens, I would say. I'm writing dark greens down, but you can write down greens. We need greens in our system, guys. If you don't like vegetables, find a way to incorporate it in your day. There's these like vegetable smoothie mix things that you could, it's like there's this one that I have, I don't know what it's called, but it's a powder, and you only put like a 1/4 teaspoon in it, or like 1 teaspoon in your smoothie, and it equals like so much kale, so much spinach, so much like alfalfa, wheatgrass, like all of that in like a super small amount, spirulina, and so you can do something like that. And it's mostly to cleanse your digestive system, guys. Like, we are a very constipated, backed up society, and we need more greens in our food, in our diet, to help the easy flow of food to get out of us. So I recommend dark greens. The darker the green, the healthier it is. I've heard. I'm not a freaking scientist either, but I just say incorporate greens in your diet. So organic, dark greens, that's for the healthy foods. Non-GMOs if you can, but I mean, especially for produce and stuff. I mean, like processed stuff, like pasta, and like I always say pasta because I like pasta. Maybe beans, yeah, non-GMO. Just like stuff that comes in boxes and stuff like that. And I try to go for non-GMO, but it's not like my first thing. If you can buy all these, like, I'm just trying to like talk to you on a budget here. Like, if you can buy all these, please go ahead. But if you're shopping on a budget, also Thrive Market, this is a website online. You can buy cheap organic produce on it. and then they send it to your house. So it's called Thrive Market. I'm not sponsored by them. That'd be cool though. And then they also have this thing that if you're like low income and you kind of like put how much you make a year or something, then you get like the super low income discount where I think you get like free delivery, and it's a free membership. So you actually have to pay to have a membership with them, but if you make under a certain amount, you get a free membership from them, and I think you get free delivery too. So Thrive Market. And if you're listening to this Thrive Market, please sponsor me because I will gladly advertise for you. I bought my spices from you guys. Or you guys, I don't even know if you're listening, but I bought my spices from them. Spices I couldn't really find anywhere. And then I found them for a good price at a good amount online. So, very exciting. Okay, so I think that's all right. Also, you can look into like Ayurvedic foods. Like if you find out your doshas or if you just read into Ayurveda, you can find some good recipes on there. I'll write that, I guess. Nah, I won't write that. I won't write that. Change the song. Let's see. Okay, healthy food. Okay, so we have water, healthy food, mental. Okay, this is like physical. Let's go to mental. Mental health. Are you taking a break? Are you guys taking a break right now? I'm taking a break right now. But if you are working daily, hardcore, have a time in your day to take a break. Breaks. Are you relaxing? Are you playing? Are you enjoying yourself? Are you playing games? Are you doing something that doesn't feel like work? Like, it doesn't have to be like you're playing with toys or anything like that. Like, are you just doing something that you enjoy? Are you creating? Are you exploring? This can be outside. This can be books, knowledge, anything. So we have mental, and then we have, let's do emotional. We're almost done here, guys. Don't worry. We're almost done here checking up on you. This is like the doctor's office. And then the doctor's like, it's all right, we're almost done. Okay, emotional. Do you have a strong support system? And if not, find out what do you want a support system for? Like, is it for your art? Is it for your just mental health? Is it for like depression? Is it for just like anything specific? I'm sure you can find people that go through the same thing on the internet. I feel like the internet has a lot of strong support systems. Just be careful because, there's like cults, of course, and then there's like a lot of just heretical people. I don't even know if that's the right word I want to use. But like, I just feel like the internet's, I don't really like the internet nowadays, guys. There's too much, and then we're in this very hypersensitive society, and everybody's just annoying. So, I mean, if you want to find out on the internet, go ahead. I mean, but you're going to find annoying people in person anyways, but just go on the internet. Just go on the internet. Well, especially now because we can't really go anywhere. So do you have a strong support system? If not, can you create a strong support system in your family, like in your friends? So try to make them understand how you feel. Try to make them see eye to eye with you and help them become a support system, because a lot of people just don't know how to support other people. Everybody's too busy thinking about themselves. It's kind of like a quote I read somewhere. I don't even know if it was a quote. I think it was just like advice from an old person or advice from someone. And then it was like, just keep doing whatever you're doing. Basically, it's like, just keep doing whatever you're doing. Nobody's even paying attention to you. Everybody's too worried about what they're doing. Something like that. That's not word for word, but it's basically like, if you're too busy looking around, seeing if all these people are watching you, and you feel like, oh, I have to do this or I have to do that, or like I have to be like this or be like that because all these people are watching. Like, nobody really cares about what you're doing. Everybody's too busy thinking about themselves and then thinking about if other people are watching them. Everybody thinks everybody's watching them, but everybody's just watching themselves, honestly. But then again, like, they're also judging people too. But you gotta worry about those people anyway. I'm gonna get into that. Like, don't even, guys. Don't even, okay? Okay, so we have emotional support system. What else for emotional health? Journaling definitely. Are you guys journaling? You should try it every day, or like once a day, or at least once a week, like to start your week off, or I don't know, something like that, just to write down your emotions, get it all down on paper, get it in a physical. Journaling. Emotional expression. Are you expressing your emotions, or are you bottling them up? That's not a good thing, guys. Bottling up emotions within you. So memory and like all this memory, what else? Memory, trauma. Well, trauma is part of memory, but that stays in your body, like your physical actual body. So emotions as well. If you're super sad and depressed about something and you're bottling it up and you're keeping it inside you, that's gonna somehow deteriorate some part of your body, and your health may decline. This is why like super sad people and like sick people, they just decline faster, like, and then healthier people, like happier people while they're sick, tend to heal faster. So there's some kind of correlation guys. So like expressing emotions, especially bottled up emotions, is a great way to release them and no longer hold them within your body, and then also just easily move on to the next thing. So that's it for that. We're already 21 minutes in, so we'll just leave that as the list. We'll go through this again, guys, next week. But if you guys wrote that down, you can rewrite it like a better way or something, and then review it every day and ask yourself if you have this in your life. And if not, like, where are you lacking and how can you add that into your life? So, I did pull a card. I pulled 2 cards actually. But I'm super excited to... Hold on, let me change this song. I don't know what that was. Oh, okay, let's play this album. I'll be playing the Spores album by S3E1. I think I played the first song in the beginning of the episode, and then it was on shuffle. I thought I had it not on shuffle. But anyways, S3E1, guys. So, I did pull a card, and I'm super excited. Do you know why, guys? Do you know why? Because the card I pulled was the 7th chakra. Now this is a card for the year, right? I said, what do we need to know for 2021? And it's so funny because I thought I was gonna get the world card, but we actually got the 7th chakra card. This is the crown chakra. So if you guys don't know about chakras, I didn't do an episode explaining what the chakra. I don't know if I explained what the chakras were, like each individual ones. I guess I can do an episode if I didn't do. I mean, it's easily to look it up, honestly. But I did do a chakra scam episode where I talk about if chakras are a scam or not. So if you want, you could go ahead and listen to that. It's in season 2. It's called the Chakra Scam. And then, so anyways, wow. So, if you don't know, the 7th chakra is the crown chakra. It's like the last of the main 7 chakras, like the top one, the top of your head, above your head. And this is the chakra of understanding, of intuition, of complete connectedness with spirit or source. So this is it's kind of like you move up in the chakra. So the root chakra is like stability, grounding, protection, survival. So it's very animalistic nature. It's very the beginning of humanity. It's kind of like your caveman. It's like we were all born with the root chakra, and like as humanity or society, we started moving up. So then the next one, it'd be like self-expression, individuality, creativity, and then it goes up to like well, I think creativity is the third one. Honestly, I don't really know. Well, I do know, but I kind of don't. Like, I always get the sacral chakra and the solar plexus chakra kind of mixed up. I know sacral, which is the second one, is like sexuality and stuff. So I would say it's also creativity. But then solar plexus is like confidence, like confidence, self-expression, I think. I don't know. I'm not even gonna go into it. But anyways, so you move up basically, and then the 7th chakra is complete understanding. So it's kind of like you move up, and then the final one would be like, I'm speaking hypothetically, I don't really know, would be like the crown chakra, like, oh, I finally opened my crown chakra, I can understand everything. And then by doing this, it said you can actually read the Akashic records, which is like your soul destiny. And you can have all these communications and stuff like that. So that's the card that we got, the 7th chakra, the Archangel Uriel. So what this card is basically saying is that I don't know which card I pulled for the beginning of 2020. I don't even know if I pulled a card for the beginning of 2020. But it seems that now that we've crossed into the age of Aquarius, we're opening up this understanding, and we can see it around us, how more people are becoming aware of their environments, aware of their government, aware that they're being lied to, aware of racism, aware of just everything, really. Everybody's becoming pretty woke, guys, in some kind of sense. But that just kind of, I don't know. People say they're becoming woke, but then, like, there's so much more to be done, guys. I saw this video of this girl, and she was like, I don't even know what she was talking about. One of my listeners actually posted the video on his Instagram, and it was like this lady, and she was like, man, I don't give a fuck, like, I'm woke, some of you guys need to wake up and do this and blah blah. And like, did I just curse? I'm sorry. Anyways, but like, she's talking about like, oh, how she's woke, and she's like woke up to like all this stuff, but then like the way she's acting is like, well, what the heck, like, that's just your ego claiming that it's woke. Like, so there's just so much more work to be done, guys. But anyway, so we're opening up the 7th chakra, we're understanding, we're coming into more resonance with source, with higher understanding, with higher vibration, and this is what we're gonna see in 2021. So I'll read to you what the card says, but that's pretty much the basis of it. So the beautiful angel Uriel, also called the fire of God, a brilliant crystal crown vibrating with a passionate connection to the divine. She brings great power to your 7th energy center, which is called the crown chakra and is located at the top of your head. This card upright indicates an open and free-flowing channel of information and inspiration from the wonderful beings in the spirit world. This could also be a great time of great intuition for you and guidance from your higher awareness. So allow yourself to quiet your mind and listen. Now is a great time to get connected. The assistance from spirit is great, and whether it's the presence of the ascended master, a beautiful angel like Uriel, or just a loving friend or family member in spirit, their love and willingness to assist you is always there. They even open you to the Akashic records, or Alaya consciousness, the storehouse of all information. This connection is open now, and you will find that your own spirit and the spirits of those around you will be able to provide the answers you seek and the blessings you desire and deserve. So we are being opened to this energy source. When our crown chakra is open, we are instantly allowing information to download in us, these understandings and this connection. So we have to give ourselves time to actually absorb this. Now, we're absorbing it in our sleep, absolutely. But if we're consciously making the effort to absorb this information, and it's not like you're just like, okay, you have to sit there and be like, okay, hit me with information. Just sit and meditate. It says quiet your mind, because nothing can enter a busy mind. If everything's like moving around everywhere, then nothing's really going to be able to get in. So quiet and still your mind and allow source to download the necessary information in your life, or the necessary vibration and frequency into your life. So yeah, it says you could freaking look at this. You could read the Akashic records. This is crazy, guys. This is crazy news. No, I'm joking. Well, it is, but it's just it shows that in 2021, I've heard this, like, we're gonna see more of some 2020 bullshit in 2021. It's not like it's over. It's literally New Year's. Okay, yesterday was New Year's Day. I'm sorry, again, apologies for the late episode upload. But we're still seeing a lot of BS from, of course, 2020 leaking into 2021. So we're gonna continue seeing it, where the virus is getting worse. Apparently there's a new strain, and it's like we're gonna be in this for a while. So going into 2021, we want to say, like, F 2020, but I feel like we're gonna still see a lot of bullshit in 2021. Please don't expect this year to be like, oh, 2020 was bullshit, like 2021 is gonna be better. Absolutely, it's gonna be better, because each year is gonna be better, and we have to consciously make our days better and better, like to stay the same as tomorrow will be better than today, the next day will be better than tomorrow. So it's basically like that. If we make the conscious effort to make the future better, then it will be better. And if we see it as being better, then it will be better. But we are going to see a lot of bullshit. But we're still going to see the systems collapsing, because that's what we've been seeing. Everything is collapsing. Everything that people thought was working is not working anymore, and we're going to see more destruction of that, because we are, again, opening the crown chakra. We're understanding more, we're seeing more, and we're moving into this age of Aquarius of understanding, of higher frequency, of higher vibration. So we're going to continue to see the collapse of old systems and regimes and mindsets and all of that. So please be aware of that. But if we allow ourselves to open up to greater information and understanding, then we can move ourselves into this higher frequency. So this is an absolutely great card. That means whatever we're doing as humanity, whatever's happening, whatever seems so crazy, everything is going to shit, is happening absolutely the way it's supposed to be. It's happening how it's supposed to. This is the greater scheme. This is the bigger plan. This is something beyond us that is gonna happen no matter what. We can either join it, we can either watch it, we can either avoid it, or like not even care about it. But it's still happening no matter what. So as this is the first card I pulled it, I was like, oh my god, this is great. I can absolutely see this being the 2021 card. But something told me to pull another card, just because like it can't be that easy. It's not like we're just like opening up to everything and everything's great, right? So I did pull another card to kind of see what our obstacles would be. And we got the strategy card in reversed. So originally what I thought this meant was that there's no strategy being planned. So going into the new year, nobody really has a plan of what they're doing. Nobody really knows what to do. Usually when we go into New Year's, we're like, oh, New Year's resolution, you know, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But going into this year, I feel like there was a lot of uncertainty about how we even approach this year because of what happened last year. We tried to approach last year as usual by, you know, setting all our goals, but everything just got set off. Everybody's mental health got set off. Everybody's plans got set off. Their jobs, their vacations, their trips, all of that. Everything just got shifted. So it's like nobody really knows how to approach this new year. Should we make a plan? Like, there's nothing. So that's what I felt, and that's how I still feel. Again, like, we need to strategize, and I feel like that's also another message that this card is giving. But let's see what this card reads, because oh my gosh, Haku, get out. Sorry, she's like trying to sit next to me as I do this, and like I absolutely love her for that, but I have so much stuff everywhere that like she was about to step on the laptop and it was gonna knock over and break, and I can't have it. So let's just listen to what this is, right? So the strategy card reversed, it indicates a stall in progress due to lack of planning. You may have a goal in mind, but no specific ideas about how to achieve it. I just said that. Or you may have found that your original plans have hit a wall and now it's time to reevaluate things. It sounds like 2020. If this is the case, remember that the path of least resistance may be tempting, but it rarely leads anywhere new. Don't let the mundane tasks of life eat up all your time and take you off course. Instead of floundering and wandering around in confusion, put some significant mental effort into starting or renewing a comprehensive plan of attack. This card reversed is warning you to get out of the role of passive observer and become the author and director of your own destiny. So it is, instead of just floating around and not having a plan, we need to kind of develop some sort of aim. We have to enter this new year with a purpose, with an aim of something that we are going to accomplish, either that or something that we want, a person that we want to be. Who do we want to become in this new year? Do we want to help whatever is happening right now? Where can we help? Can we help in serving others, serving homeless people, helping people get what they need? Can we be of service to others in some way? Or will you be one of those political people and join these BLM movements, or whatever it is? Who are you going to be, and what are you going to do in this year? I think that's really what it is, because this is I feel like it's a very go-getter time. Like, we've just entered this new age. We're going through so much as humanity. We're seeing it happen in our governments all around the world. It's not just America. It's literally, we're seeing it everywhere. This is a world thing that is happening, and it's going down to the ground. And what are we going to do? Are we going to sit here and watch and be like, oh my gosh, this is going down to the ground? Or are we going to have a purpose in this? Are we going to have a path in this? Are we going to create a path in this? It says this card reversed is warning you to get out of the role, of passive observer and become the author and director of your own destiny. So what are you going to do this year? What are you going to accomplish? So your affirmation for that card, I didn't give you, if you want, I'll read the 7th chakra one, but for the strategy card, your affirmation, if you want to write this down or just repeat it out loud along with me. I plan the necessary steps to achieve my goals, and I am willing to take action in that direction. I am flexible, persistent, and prepared. I plan the necessary steps to achieve my goals, and I am willing to take action in that direction. I am flexible, persistent, and prepared. I like the prepared one because, you have to. I shouldn't be the one out to tell you. Based off of what we've seen this past year, we have to be prepared for anything. We literally don't know anything that's gonna happen. We never know anything that's gonna happen, but it puts it in front of our face. After so long of having the same thing happen all the time, getting used to the same routines as a society, as a collective, and then something random like the COVID happens, it threw everybody off because nobody's prepared for anything different. Nobody's prepared for something out of their usual routine. And we need to be, because life isn't consistent. There's ups, there's downs, everybody knows this. But as humanity, as an entire planet, Earth, as the environment, it's not going to be consistent. The way we destroy our Earth, the way we pollute it, the way we use up all of these fossil fuels, the way we damage our own people, there's nothing consistent in that whatsoever. There's always going to be something. It's right now, society and humanity is out of flow with the Tao. And anything that is out of flow with the Tao knows how to correct. God knows how to correct. The universe knows how to correct whatever is not in flow with it. And it will correct it, because that's just the natural law. That's what the Tao says. So, your affirmation for the 7th chakra of opening up to this understanding. I'm also going to pull from the universe has your back deck, but this is your affirmation for opening up your 7th chakra. This is, my 7th chakra is open to its perfect, healthy state. My 7th chakra is open to its perfect, healthy state. Love and inspiration from spirit and my own intuition flow fully to me now. Love and inspiration from spirit and my own intuition flow fully to me now. Okay, so that, guys, I pulled from the Energy Oracle card deck by Sandra Ann Taylor. And that was your card reading for this week. I'll actually post a picture of it on my Instagram. I just lost it. Gosh darn it. Where are you? Hello, 7th chakra. Is this it? Oh my gosh. I honestly don't even know where I put it. Sorry guys, this is a brief hold. Oh, here we go. Okay. So, I will now be pulling from The Universe Has Your Back deck by Gabrielle Bernstein. And I love this deck, as you guys know. And it's just an affirmation deck, but it has a message within it. So, let's see what we get here. Oh, shoot. Too powerful. Hold on, guys. Okay. Okay, I feel it. Okay. What do we need to know, Uni, for 2021? Oof. Okay. The key to prayer is to forget what I think I need. The key to prayer is to forget what I think I need. Wow. It's so... I'm so glad I pulled from this deck, because it's like... You get one message, and then you feel like you understand, but then when you get another message, you just understand even more. So... The key to prayer is to forget what I think I need. Now, with the 7th chakra and being more connected to spirit and source, I know a lot of us are moving into this spiritual journey. We are more becoming awake of our spiritual essence, of what has been here already, and we are now becoming more aware of. So a lot of us are starting our spiritual journeys. Our spiritual journeys. I feel like I'm I feel like in the movies, like when you meet like a yoga teacher or like a spiritual healer, guru, and they talk like this. But anyway, so we are moving into this age where we are opening our spiritual awareness and understanding, and we're becoming more aligned with the spiritual journey. So, and that's exactly what the 7th chakra is, becoming more connected with source, with spirituality, with intuition. So this card, the key to prayer is to forget what I think I need. When you pray, depending on what you're praying about, because a main thing that is talked about, especially in Bhakti, if you don't know, that's what I practice. I practice Bhakti Yoga, which is the yoga of devotion to either a personal god or to a guru. So mine's is devotion to Brahman, I guess you can say, the universe, the absolute, but it's kind of incomprehensible, so it's kind of hard to even say that, but that is what I am devoted to. And in by doing that, I'm devoted to all gods or many gods, because they are representations of the absolute. So I basically worship everyone because they are the bigger picture all together. I worship you, whoever's listening to this. I also worship you. Namaste. I see the light that is in you, which is also within me, which is the same light that encompasses Brahman, God, the one, the unity consciousness, and the dualistic consciousness as well. So when praying, and we talk about a lot this in Bhakti, is we talk about conditional love and unconditional love. And it's kind of a thing that's said is when you pray to God asking for something, that's the only time you usually pray, is when you're asking God for something. And you can't look at God as somebody who just gives you what you want. You can't just pray and show your devotion and show like, oh, like I love you and I think about you only when you need something. And that's what bhakti is, just being devoted in all times instead of conditionally, because conditional love is when you get something out of it. So I love this person because, oh, they love me back, or I love this person because they're rich, or I love them because of this and I love them because of that. It's whatever you're getting out of it. That's conditional love, is not loving them for just to love them. And it's said, like, people don't really know true love. People love someone until they show qualities of them that you may not like. Maybe they're being lazy, maybe they're becoming more rude, or maybe they have addictions, or you're just seeing parts of them, and then you get turned off and you're like, maybe I don't love this person. Then maybe it was never love to begin with. That is what conditional love is. So going back to the phrase, the key to prayer is to forget what I think I need. So thinking about the concept of prayer, instead of when we're praying to God, when we're praying to whoever you worship, don't pray to them as if you're asking them for something. Pray to them because you love them. Pray to them because you want to pray to them. So the key to prayer is to forget what I think I need. When you're forgetting what you think you need, you're not asking the God for anything. You're not asking God for anything. You're just praying. And that is the key to prayer, to forget what you think you need, to not ask of things that you think you need or of that you want. It is just to pray. So this is a beautiful card to pull, especially for this year, because we are opening up the spiritual essence within us. And I feel like this card is telling us to pray, or if we already do pray, to not pray for anything. Forget what you think you need, because the way your life works, the way the universe works, the way destiny works, is that things are happening. Things will happen the way they are meant to happen. Whether you force it, whether you don't force it, it will still happen the way it is supposed to. So when you're praying for something and you want this, or you want this to create this in your life, even though we do talk a lot about manifestation I feel is very different from prayer. But it could still, you can interlock both of them, but I feel like they can operate separately. So instead of asking for something, because if you're asking for something, then you're trying to create some sort of outcome. But if you feel like you don't want something, or you're not asking for anything, and you're just praying, then that's when the things happen. Things will naturally flow anyways. So if you still ask for something, if you don't ask for something, it's still gonna flow the way it's supposed to flow. So the key to prayer is to forget what I think I need. Stop thinking of what you think you need. Don't think about what you think you'll need in this new year. Oh, I think I need this new year. I think I need this, blah, blah, blah. You don't know what's going to happen this new year. The same goes for every year. I'm not saying that because, oh, this is 2021 and so much stuff has been happening. You could say the same thing every year. You don't know what's going to happen this year. And instead of trying to shape so much of your reality and what you think you need and what you think you want and what you think you'll have, instead of trying to create that, let the flow of life happen. The key to prayer is to forget all of that. Pray and it will happen. It will happen anyways, but it's just forgetting, like loosening up those strings, because it's basically like, I've explained this before. If you want a certain outcome in something, stop trying to control the way you'll get there. Let the rest happen. Just know what you want and let the rest happen. You don't have to force anything. You don't have to try to construct every little minute thing. Yes, you can put in some effort to create it, but let the rest happen on its own. Because if you put too much interference into it, it probably won't come out the way you expect it to. So I love this card for this year. I feel like it is telling us to pray, but not only to pray specifically, but to meditate, to connect to source. We have this connection available to us now. That's what the 7 chakra card is saying. We have this information readily available to us. Source is talking to us now, is connected to us now. And we have to sit and still and calm the mind, whether it be praying, meditation, chanting, singing, doing anything that connects you to that natural flow. That is what we need to be doing. That is what we need to be doing, is connecting to whatever we are open to now. I feel like that's what that card is saying. That's what all these cards are saying. So we're open to this readily available universal force, influence, inspiration this year. But we need to open ourselves to it. We need to be open to it. And also to kind of devise, is that a word? Create a plan for ourselves for this new year. So, that was it. I'm just putting the cards away. That was the card reading for this year. It wasn't a weekly card reading, but I hope you got some sort of insight of what we should expect this new year, or what you kind of want to put your focus on this year. If you don't really know, construct a list. Do the top 5 list that I did last year. Let's see, it's called 25 out of 5. So write down 25 top things you would do if money wouldn't matter, or if money wasn't a matter. Okay. Sorry, I wrote this like all weird. 25 top things you do if money wasn't a matter, or 25 top things that you enjoy most about life, like something that you can just do. And if money didn't matter, like, what would you do? What do you enjoy most out of life? Write down 25 things. It's kind of hard to write down 25 things. Well, for me it was. I couldn't really think of 25 things, but just write down at most 25 of all the things you enjoy to do, even if money wasn't a matter. Then start to narrow down that list. Cross out 20 of those, of kind of what you can live without. Like, all right, I like doing this, but if I had one last thing to do on earth, it wouldn't be this. Like, you already kind of have an idea of what on that list you want to stay there. Like, you know what you'll cross out, but what you really truly want to keep on that list, narrow it down to 5. And then focus on that 5. How can you create a reality doing those things that you love? How can you make money off of that? How can you incorporate it into your life where it supports your career, it supports your lifestyle, your housing situation, feeding you, your family, whatever it is? How can you create those dreams into your reality, into supporting your lifestyle? So that was a thing that I did last year, the beginning of last year, to kind of sort what I want to do in this life. What is it that I enjoy most? And real quick, I'll just read to you what I have. I have it here still. It didn't really change from last year because I kind of already know what I want to do. And number 1 is travel. It's not in any order, but number 1 is travel or exploration. I love exploring. That's what I wrote. Traveling and exploring is seeing new things, observing new things, learning new things, exploration, and travel. So that's number 1. 2 is music. I love music. I love to dance. I love to sing. I love to produce music. Even I told you I was trying to make a freaking song. I just have to learn the program better. I'm actually pretty good at it. So I really love to do that. It's something I enjoy. And then 3 is inspiring others, teaching, connecting. I wrote this list before I started this podcast. Starting this podcast was a number 1 thing. It wasn't even it was kind of like a small idea that I had, but I didn't think I would actually follow through with it. And then look at us freaking now, guys. 2021. We're here. We got a soundboard. And we're making it happen. So connecting with you guys. I love talking to you guys. I love when new people reach out to me and they're like, hey, I heard your podcast. Thank you so much. Like, I will absolutely answer you if you write to me on Instagram. My Instagram's Natalia of Earth. And yeah. Oh wait, I'll finish the freaking list, but I have a huge announcement. Well, it's not huge, but it's an announcement. So yeah, I just love connecting and teaching, and that's number 3. Number 4 is writing. I'm a writer, if you don't know. Creating art, handwork. I love doing mixed media projects. I love painting. I love writing. I love anything that has to do with your hands. I make jewelry, so I like making jewelry with my hands. I like building skateboards. That's also, like, I feel like consider handwork. I like working on stuff with hands, like mechanical stuff. I like working on cars. I like technical stuff. Just anything that I can do with my hands, like create. I love. That's top 5. Oh, that's number 4, but on my top 5. And the number 5, of course, is my spiritual practice, meditation, yoga, self-improvement. This is honestly, like, if it was in order, this would be number 1. Like, absolutely, it is my passion. Spirituality is my passion. Since, I guess you could say, 2016. I mean, I kind of fell off the path. Everybody continuously falls off the path, but it was never a main thing of my life. It was always something that was there, but it wasn't what I was focusing on. I always wanted to do something else. I always wanted to be in the music industry, or in kind of like the media industry, or just creating, something like that. But my spiritual practice was always there. It just wasn't the aim of my life. It wasn't the focus of my life, but it absolutely is now. The deeper I go into it, and yeah, so it would be number 1 on the list. So that's my top 5 list, guys. You can create this, write down 25 things, narrow it down to 5, and then focus on those 5 and find ways. Look up, how can I make money off of doing this? How can I make money off of doing that? So to wrap up this video, this video, oh my gosh, this is subconscious stuff. Be aware of how you're speaking, what you're speaking of. To wrap up this episode, oh my gosh, the podcast is on YouTube now, guys. All of the audio is on YouTube. Just look up ThirdEyeCyphs. ThirdEyeCyphs is one word. ThirdEyeCyphs podcast. Podcast is the second word. ThirdEyeCyphs podcast. Or you can just look up ThirdEyeCyphs on YouTube now, and you will get all of the episodes. I'm so excited to announce that, just because we're on a new platform. Now, I'm not financially supported by YouTube whatsoever. So I put both season 1 and 2 on there. Oh, also, this is season 3, guys. Freaking, we made it to season 3. Look at this. This is the first episode of season 3. Forgot to announce that. So I have both seasons 1 and 2 on YouTube. It's all the audio. I forgot what the heck I was saying. But it's organized by season. You can go through all season 1, all season 2. And then... Man, what the heck was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm not supported by YouTube whatsoever financially. Like, I don't get sponsored by them or anything. I also took out the ads because I'm not getting paid for them anyway, so why would I bombard you with them? But that's what I was saying. So the first 2 to 3 episodes of season 1, I think, still have the ads in it, the Spotify ad. But I found a way to take them out by like the 3rd episode, so like the rest of the podcast episodes won't have the Spotify ad in it. At least I hope not. I don't think so. So yeah, we're on a new platform, YouTube. Feel free to subscribe. ThirdEyeCyphs podcast. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. And yeah, also my other channel is on there, my vlogging channel, if you want to look at my other videos. I'm not really going to post too much on there. I'm thinking about just turning it into like a video archive of all the videos I have, because I have so many videos. But more directed, like I'll have like a whole category of just random videos, and then maybe like more directed videos. I'll still do vlogs, but it's so much to do. Like, when I started the YouTube channel, I started it before I even became the manager of the yoga studio, and then once I actually started YouTube, I became the manager, and it became a lot to handle because I was like editing a lot and trying to film and then trying to work, and it became way too much. So that's kind of why I haven't posted, just because I've been swamped with work, and also trying to do more for the podcast. I'm just trying to do more. I'm also moving at the end of this month, so there's a lot going on right now. But yeah, you can find the second channel on the ThirdEyeCyphs podcast channel, or you can look up my other channel, World of Natalia. The ThirdEyeCyphs podcast channel should also be linked on there. I tried it. It didn't. I saved it. It said it did it, but I didn't see it, so maybe it's on there today. I don't know. But anyways, look up ThirdEyeCyphs podcast on YouTube, subscribe, and all of the episodes are on there. We are on a new platform, so for whoever listens to YouTube Premium, because I know that's what my boyfriend Justin listens to, he doesn't have like Spotify or anything, he has YouTube Premium, so anybody who has that, or like YouTube Music, they will be able to listen to the podcast now. So please feel free to share with your friends and tell them, hey, we're on YouTube now, guys. All right, so that was it for this week. I love you guys. I mean, well, this week, this is it for the year. That's it. This is the only episode this year. I was gonna say, I mean, this year, but then like, well, I mean, that was a card reading for this year. But I do wish you guys the best of luck this freaking new year. I wish you a prosperous new year. I hope you get everything that you want because you can if you want to. And yeah, just set good goals for yourself, guys. If you want, try to play an active role in whatever's happening in a way that is not what everybody else is doing. If you don't want to take part in what the heck everybody else is doing, find a way to take part in your own way. So this is a very cooperative year, I feel. We need to be setting our intentions, setting kind of a goal or a strategy for ourselves, and being more open spiritually, because the freaking aliens are here, guys. If you don't know, listen to last podcast episode. Literally, I saw freaking UFOs. The story is in the episode before this. The last episode of season 2, basically. I think it's like episode 26. And there are more and more UFO sightings every day. People are freaking seeing crazy stuff. They're becoming more in contact with us because of the higher vibration that we're resonating on, and we're becoming more open. A lot of people are becoming more open and willing to accept information and knowledge. So we are in the crown chakra. So let's open our minds, sit still, calm our minds to be able to receive the universal downloads of the freaking universe, guys. So I will close this off. I also found this cool like chanting sample that I will now play at the end of episodes. So I'll be playing that at the end of this episode and probably the rest of season 3, unless I find another cool sample. But it'll be that one probably. So again, to close off this episode, I will read something from the Tao. This is verse 28. Know the strength of man, but keep a woman's care. Be the stream of the universe. Being the stream of the universe, ever true and unswerving, become as a little child once more. Know the white, but keep the black. Be an example to the world. Being an example to the world, ever true and unwavering, return to the infinite. Know honor, yet keep humility. Be the valley of the universe. Being the valley of the universe, ever true and resourceful, return to the state of the uncarved block. When the block is carved, it becomes useful. When the sage uses it, he becomes the ruler. Thus, a great tailor cuts little.